G'day and welcome back to DuckZorly Gaming and our Let's Play series here in Western Australia. Well, we are back at it. We are continuing on with our preps and our harvesting and everything else we're doing through here. Just currently at the moment we're running the cultivator over this field here, which was recently harvested. And we're going to get that done obviously as soon as we can. We've also got a couple of guys working down on our cotton field that came into harvest. So if I bring that up, they're working down on field 14 and they're going to bring that cotton harvest in for us, and then we can convert that field back into a soybean field or something akin to that. Now currently, when we left you last time, just have a quick look at the map. We've got a lot of fields that are in growth stages and some that are ready. So fields 1, 2, 11 and 12 have all been planted with soybeans and they're growing. 13 is ready with soybeans, 3 is ready with corn, 9 is ready with wheat, and obviously 14 is being harvested for its cotton as we speak, as I've just gone way off track while I'm doing that. But that's okay, we can just square this up now. Yeah, so we are continuing on. Now, while we've also been away, or in between 2 episodes, we've also done a bit of work around the farm, which we're going to go over and have a look at shortly. Yes, there's been more modifications to the farm, all as part of this phase 3 that we're doing in the rebuild of the farm. And it's taken a different look yet again. So a lot of new work, a lot of money being spent. That's okay. We can we sold off some of our crops to support our development. So we had a fair bit of crop in the silos, and we've still got a decent amount in there at the moment. So we've got some we can sell off again to make some more money. So that is the plan. Now, in relation to the map itself, what we are going to do, we are going to transition to seasons at some point in the near future. My good mate JJ, he has been busy developing a geo mod for WA, and I'm pleased to say he has pretty much ironed all the kinks out of it now, and it is ready to go. Now, pretty good effort considering that there was no geo mods released for FS19 when he started working on this, and he took an FS17 one and just started working on it and just seeing if it worked, and then just ironed out the kinks in it and all that sort of stuff. And he got his up and running just as Realismus released. My apologies, there goes that normal yawn. Yeah, he ironed out the kinks in that just as we go through that tree. Ironed out the kinks just as they were released on ModHub, the Realismus ones. So he's done a very good job. Now we have the geo mod, and what we want to do is just want to get the farm to a state where we can easily transition over to seasons. And that's basically going to be where we've got all of our fields harvested, because we want seasons to actually reset the field conditions effectively, or at least start off with fields in a ploughed state ready to go, because it makes it easier for seasons to get back into sync. So that's the plan. We'll see how that all pans out, but we are only going to be doing this for a finite period of time until we transition over to seasons. So yeah, we'll see how that all pans out. All right, what we might do is we might just leave this here. We might go over and have a look at the farm and see what we've done. So we'll leave the cultivator here in the field. We'll get rid of the mini map, and we'll head back into the farm and we'll see what we've done. First thing you'll notice as we come out through here off the field and onto the road, the fence work has all changed through here. So we've put fences up through here. We've replaced the old battered wide fence. So that's all been replaced. So that looks a little bit neater through there, which is wonderful. So we'll probably progress that all the way up. I don't think we'll go all the way out to the west though, out from this point, although we are going to pull down all that fence, the old dilapidated fence, because it just looks a bit of a mess. So we're going to get rid of that. And this is our entrance that we showed off last time, that we've just recently had redone, which looks fantastic. I think gives a real feel and polish coming into the farm. And then when we get in here, we're going to notice some really big changes. Now, I don't think last time we actually had this in place. Well, once I get past the trees, we've got a new big workshop in here. So the old workshop, we knocked that down and rebuilt, put in a more modern facility, one that's actually can close off to the weather, so when we get our dust storms and all that sort of stuff, it doesn't impact the equipment that's in there being worked on. I mean, when we've got a diesel engine or something open, we don't want dust to come flying in and be going through the engine. So we tidied up this area over through here as well. We put a bit of gravel down just to tidy all this up, put a couple of trees in here, and just generally tidied that up. We've provided a through access here, so as if we bring a road train in to load or offload, we can get in more easily from there. Apart from that, we've put the gravel all the way around through here because, as we said before, when we get a bit of rain, the way this soil is here in WA, it becomes a mud pile and it becomes a pain to sort of get through. So we just sort of tied all that up. Over through here, not much changed over in here directly. So that's all pretty much as it was. Didn't change anything over in there in the back near the chooks or anything else like that. So that's as is. Over through here, and this is where we've had a few more changes. So we've I don't think we had this in place, so we've got this in here now. So we've got a nice garage. This is where our combines are situated, so we put all the combines in there, so they're nicely packed away outside of the elements. We then also got rid of our main shed that was here, our big L-shaped shed. We got rid of that. We put in another big shed here for our bigger equipment. As you can see, all our Seahawks are in there at the moment. And then we put another garage unit over here as well, and this is where all our tractors and that are situated, just in there like that. So it's actually made it a little bit more open. We've still got plenty of storage space, but it gives us more storage space that's more applicable and appropriate for the size and the equipment that we are using. The other thing we did change, we changed our driveway up here. So we're going to head up into the farm and we'll show you what this looks like. So this is our driveway up to the farmhouse. So we put in the fence, put in some trees, and this is the view we now have coming up to the farm. Up to the farmhouse. And then of course we also put some trees around the farmhouse and that as well to green that up and make it a little bit less barren. So you can see those all the way around up there. And coming in through here, there's a lot more greenery around. Maybe you've got to use a bit more water to keep it all watered and stuff, but it gives a different look and feel, more homely, less barren, like I said. That's all well and good. Alright, so that's basically the main changes we've done to the farm. There wasn't anything else over in here as yet. There is some more stuff coming over there. Don't fret, phase 3 is nowhere near complete. In fact, we've only just started. But yeah, it gives a different look and feel now heading up to the farmhouse and into the farm itself with these changes. And I really do think they're for the better. But time will tell, I guess. Alright, so back in the zero. And so as you can see, there, like I said, all the seed hawks are in there. Our lime deposit station here is still here. Nothing else was changed over the back here, like I said. But yeah, so that's what we've got done there. So we are slowly replacing all the fences, and putting in the wooden fences where we think it's necessary. But we're pretty close to being finished now, I think. I don't think there's much more we need to do. So just maybe a little bit of tidying up around the farm. Other than that, we're pretty good, I think. I think we're okay. Alright. We'll jump in cab as we head back up to the field, and we're going to continue on with this field work. Alright. Clear out the cobwebs from this area on. And here we go, back in the field. Certainly, for me, having these new fences in there gives it another dimension, another feel to it as well. It's just gives it a different. I don't know what it is. There's just something. It really makes it feel different. I don't know if it's more modern or what, but there's a definite different feel to me when I'm driving around the farm now. So yeah. All right. So we're going to lull the bed gnar down. And we're going to take off again. Right. Put it on cruise control. And there we go. Right. So there we have it. Alright, so what else has been going on? Well, as you would know, we've released a couple of videos over the last few days for Fenton Forest ×4, the new map by Stevie. Now, I know Stevie released the map. And then he pulled it because there were some minor niggling issues that he was going to fix. But unfortunately, in between that period of time, as he's put on his Facebook page, he's had some real life dramas. He put a very short post in there about the fact that he's no longer at home. Now, what the details of that are, I don't know exactly, and even if I did, I probably wouldn't broadcast them. But nonetheless, obviously, Stevie's going through a bit of a hard time. So those that have a copy of the map as it was released with the errors are obviously able to play that. But the updated version with his couple of fixes isn't out as yet, as far as I'm aware, although I haven't checked this morning. But it may be some time before it is out, which is unfortunate. So we just hope that Stevie gets everything sorted on the home front as quick as possible. Everything sorts out for him, and then he'll be back. So I do know I have had a couple of conversations with Stevie over the period of time while we've been testing the map and stuff. He is, and I think I may have mentioned this once before, he is not intending on bringing any new maps to FS19. He is bringing out Fenton Forest ×4, and that is it. So there won't be any further maps at this point in time from Stevie for this version of Farming Simulator. He said to me he's going to concentrate more on some mods and other things. So yeah. So take Fenton Forest ×4 and embrace it, because that's probably all you're going to get from Stevie in relation to maps for this series of game, like this version of the game. But anyway. Alright, the other news we've got is, as I've also said in those Fenton Forest videos, we have the announcement recently of the Class Platinum DLC, and that is available in October. It's about $20, I think it was, to buy. You can pre-order it now. Pre-order it now, you get, I think you get one of the old Class Mega Combines, I think it was, and you also get the Taurian wheel loader. Is it worth pre-ordering? Look, I think it is. There's a lot of people that have complained that they don't think this one's going to be worth it because it hasn't got a map in it. Now, while it hasn't got a map in it, it does have over 35 pieces of equipment. Now, currently, Giants have only announced, I think there's 22 pieces of equipment, last count, listed on the website for the Platinum edition. One of the Giants members on the forums came out and said there will be more than 35 items. Now, in the other previous Platinum editions where you've had a map, you haven't had as much equipment, so you're getting more equipment to make up for the map. Now, obviously, not everyone's going to be happy. There will be some people that complain no matter what. Me personally, look, I mean, everyone knows I like my class. And as I said tongue-in-cheek in one of my Fenton Forest videos, well, JD fans can just suck it because there's no JD. And again, I mentioned that is tongue-in-cheek. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting the class brand into FS19. But it's not going to be enough for some, and that's fine. But I think the amount of equipment that's going to be coming will be a refreshing reset to the game, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. I mean, I could be quite negative and sort of say, well, it's not that good because I've already got the Zeriot, I've already got some of the Axions and the Arians and all that sort of stuff. But you know what? It's a big brand coming to the game officially. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, let's address the JD side of it. All the JD guys have gone, oh, we've not got enough. We only got 2 combine. We only got this and that from the game release. Well, yeah, you did. You also then got your Cotton DLC. Again, I'm not saying all you got effectively was a harvester. That's fine. But the word on the street is that the next DLC, the minor DLC coming, is going to be a John Deere one as well. So we'll have to see about that. But there's been a lot of speculation that apparently JD has said they're not happy with the amount of equipment that's being put into the game or whatever else. I find that very hard to believe because as far as contracts go and licensing goes, everything would have had to have been approved by JD, was put forward by Giants. JD may not have paid enough to have the amount of equipment put in. So by a scale of economy, Giants may have gone, well, you've put this much in or charged us this much to have your license. But therefore, because of that, you're only going to get this amount of equipment. And then, by contrast, Class, for instance, may have paid more to be into the game, or whatever else. We don't know that, and therefore that may be the reason why more tasking and work effort was put into creating more Class machinery because they put more money into the game, or whatever else. Again, it's all speculative. Well, these are the sort of things that have bearing over the amount of stuff that we put out by Giants. So let's not just sit there and think that and trash Giants. And so, I mean, I'm more than happy for people to trash a software company if it's deserved. I mean, everyone should know that by now. And when I say trash, I mean respectfully and factually trash, not just going out in a blim and just casting aspersions. But Giants should not be basically accused of not doing the right thing for JD just because JD fans think they haven't got enough equipment. There is most likely, and I firmly believe there would be commercial decisions that have warranted and dictated the amount of machinery that's coming out for JD and the amount of machinery that's coming out from Class. So in effect, you could possibly blame JD. Now, obviously, with the whispers of the next DLC being some more JD gear, it would make perfect sense if John Deere saw one of their major competitors all of a sudden get this big DLC. They'd go, well, hang on, we want the same as that. Giants may well turn around and say, right, well, you need to give us more money for that or whatever else. And at which point they actually do that. Who knows? They may have already done that to say, hey, look, we don't want to have our competitor with 35 plus pieces of equipment. We want to have the equivalent. So what's it going to cost for us to get in the game? There you go. Something like that. But then again, by the same token, JD, because you hear how brands and that deal with contracts and that, noting some of the stuff I've heard and read about JD in relation to branding and stuff like that, I would suggest that they've probably actually more akin gone to Giants and expected Giants to pay to have their equipment in game. And again, this is just speculation, but certainly it's the way that they've historically run. They protect their brand, which they're entitled to do, and basically anyone that wants to use their brand has to pay for it. Now, again, I don't know categorically whether this is the case, but Class may well have paid Giants to put their brand in the game. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but there's all these sorts of things and metrics that make all this sort of stuff up. So while we can certainly speculate and talk about what may or may not have happened, at the end of the day, we're not really going to know because it's all commercial in confidence, it's all contractual, and we're just going to get what we get. So, but anyway. But all in all, I'm really looking forward to the Class pack, and you can guarantee it is going to be on this channel. Alright, sun's starting to go down. We're getting close to getting in a bit of darkness. We're not going to probably continue on into darkness. So we've obviously got a problem down there with our cotton harvesters as well. They're in traffic, but I'm just going to leave them be for now. We'll just finish off through here as best we can, and then that'll be our episode. And I'll fix them cotton harvesters off camera, and we'll look at those when we come back next time, because we'll have to head down there and look at offloading possibly. Yeah, they've already offloaded some cotton bales or cotton modules, so we'll have to head on down there and pick them up and bring them up to the farm, or take them down to the sell point and just sell them straight away. Remembering our cotton modules get us about 100 grand each, so we won't be holding on to those too long. We'll get those and get our money as quick as we possibly can, because we're going to need that to keep on developing and running the farm. I mean, we've got $261,000 at the moment, which you would tend to think is really good, but for this size farm, it's not. I mean, we got to fill up the seed hawks, for instance. That'll cost us about 60 to 100 grand for seed and fertilizer and everything else. So that money can go very, very quickly, and you need to be very aware of where you're at. I mean, one of the good things, we do have a lot of grain still stored up. Once the soybean comes in, we'll have a lot. We're going to have 5 fields of soybeans. We'll have a lot of soybeans stored up as well, so we can make a fair bit of money, I would assume, from that. We still have our corn to harvest, and we have a wheat field to harvest. So we're at the money making side of the field rotation now, or the crop rotation. So we're in a fairly good position as far as that goes. So all right. So come around here. I think what we'll do is we'll probably start doing the sign off, and then when we get down here to the bottom near the gate, that's where I'll leave it, because I'm going to head on back to the farm and have dinner, and then we'll probably call it a night. So so thanks very much for joining us. We are certainly endeavouring to get back into a normal schedule as best we possibly can, with real life having settled down a little bit. But hopefully we shall get some more stuff out very, very soon. We're continuing on with our Western Australia map. We're going to continue on with Fenton Forest on the ×4 map, and we've got other stuff going as well. Unfortunately, I found out today my City Skylines series is going to have to be cut short because the save game file has corrupted. So we're going to have to start up something new there probably. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to just, in fact, what we're going to do is we are going to take this back to the farm. I'm not going to leave it out here in the middle of the field. So we'll head back to the farm for some dinner, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, so thanks very much for joining us. Don't forget, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please consider subscribing. And to do so, press the subscribe button down below. And then while you're doing that, please also make sure you press that alarm notification icon. That will notify you when new videos are up, whether streams are scheduled, premieres are scheduled, and if we've got any streams coming up. Now, with a quick update with the streams, our new internet connection is scheduled to happen in the next 2 months. Once that happens, we will be in a position to stream quite regularly, and we're really looking forward to that. And that's the intent, that what we will do. We'll be doing some regular streams, at least 2 nights a week, but that will be confirmed once we get all that sorted. So, all right. So, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video if you did like it, and don't forget to check out all the other videos, and particularly check out the Fenton Forest stuff, the time-lapse flyover, all that sort of stuff, and the new Let's Play series. But until next time, no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon back here at DuckZorly Gaming. See you all later. Bye.